Alright, let's talk about the remaining spawns on DM3. We already spoke about the yellow and the rocket launcher spawn. Again, I'm going to keep this quite simple and not go into every possible scenario. This is just a framework of what to do. The lift spawn isn't expected to get pent, but you might get it on occasions, and it's worth trying to get it. Okay, you might get it if there's a telefrag at yellow, or if the yellow guy messes up, or if you hit a shotgun on him as you come out. Okay, so it's certainly worth trying. When you spawn here, you'll be pressing back and left, which will see you sort of go into this wall immediately. I like to release the strafe key and go down backwards and come out forwards, so I'm not really turning my mouse all that much. The reality is, it is a little bit tricky to move through this area, so don't worry if you don't get it quite right. So, back left, release, go forwards. Not a horrible execution, but could certainly be faster. So you might get it, you might not. If you don't get it, you can try to steal the mega from him, and that may well happen. If he gets it and he's ahead of you, then you can give him a few shots, and or you can also go and try and steal the grenade launcher. Okay. There is a spawn down here, and this one is quite straightforward. What you do is you take the mega, you take the LG, and then you got a decision here. Is it team pen or enemy pen? If it's enemy pen, steal the GL and leave. If it's team pen, leave the GL for the pen, take the sellers, and exit. Okay. There is another thing you could try, and I'll cover that in a separate video, but I think this is a good framework to get the weapon, maybe get some cells, and get back to red. Okay. And then that actually just leaves these two spawns here. And both of these spawns are going to fight over the quad and the eyes. Okay. And this one's closer to the teleporter. This one's a little bit further away. You may get telefragged. You're probably going to come out of it strafing quite dramatically into this wall anyway. So there will be it's typically not that smooth to get through, but this one probably goes through first. So let's say you're first. I like to go this way, take ring, and get over to quad. Now, the way I do it is I don't do it as a single bunny hop sequence. I like to do one strafe jump here, and then it's a little walk, and then another strafe jump over here. Okay, that's just how I find it easier to be. So that kind of looks like this. It's, you know, one jump, a little walk, one jump. Okay. Now, if you're the second person coming through, depending on how far behind this guy who's taking ring you are, you could try to shoot him here and make him fall or mess up his jump. Or if you're really close behind him, you might want to try and just do this and beat him to quad. Okay, so you got a couple of options there. If you get the ring and you get here and you look to your right and that second guy is a teammate, I would let him take the quad. So try and split the power-ups if you can. I guess that's a little bit more advanced, and I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you take them both, that's okay, but ideally you would split. And if you get the quad, whichever of those two guys you are, if you get the quad, then the consideration is, does the enemy have rocket launcher? If the enemy has a rocket launcher, you want to get here as quickly as possible. And, you know, based on the last video, the enemy might be here, but oftentimes you will see them taking these items and you can kill them. Okay. If it's team rocket launcher, then the guy with quad should go back to red. Okay. And that's actually it. So I'll cover, you know, I want to make a separate video in a second, and I'll probably cover more of the 30 to 60 second marks and what all these people should be doing based on what we think is going to happen. But what we've just covered is certainly the standard stuff.